All right, unlike yesterday, a quiet start to the day, although we do have some fog in the area. Dense fog in some spots, thinner in others, so watch out for that if you're heading out early this morning. Temperatures very steamy, upper 60s to near 70 by 8 a.m., and then we'll have a high in the mid 80s, and it's going to feel more like 90 because of the humidity and only the very slightest chance of a late afternoon shower. What you got going on in the roads, Kim? Any problems?
Well, no problems, but yes, take a look here. We are actually dealing with some fog, so just be careful of that. But other than that, we do look good out there. No accidents to worry about at this time.
All right, thank you, Kim. 5:25 is your time, and stunning video out of Nashville. Take a look at this. The man you see there riding on a bike getting mowed down by a passing SUV, and that driver just kept on going.
Pretty scary moments there. A helmet camera recorded this crash. There it is again. As the two men were riding, and police used that video to track the driver down. He says that he thought someone threw a bike at his car and he never even realized that he hit a person. Incredibly, that cyclist wasn't hurt, and the driver, who happens to be a school administrator, has been charged in that hit and run. Glad that that cyclist was okay.
All right, time now 5:25 still, and noon our next half hour. Stories from Dearborn, Redford Township, and Roseville.
Also, an active U.S. soldier suspected rather, of supporting terrorism. We'll have details on that coming up. But first, we do want to check in again with Nick Monticelli. Good morning.
Deborah, good morning to you. Some pretty important people from the United States Air Force are visiting the Selfridge Air National Guard Base today, and they're talking about a competition. They're trying to get the brand new F-35 fighter jets here. We'll explain what today is all about next on Local 4 News Today.
This week, live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 5:30 starts now.
Making their case, the people at Selfridge Air National Guard Base hoping to see a lot more of these fighter jets here. Welcome back, everybody. We hope your Tuesday is off to a good start, and if it's not, you've got Tasty Tuesday to look forward to. That's coming up in about an hour or so.
Yeah, we do. Nice hot spot right here in downtown Detroit. We do begin with your weather and traffic update as always, and drivers will want to add a little extra time because of this fog out there, Paul.
Absolutely. The fog will be with us for the next few hours, and then as it typically does in the summer, it will burn off by mid-morning. So temperatures by 8 a.m. will be about 70 already, and you'll notice as we warm up today, you're really going to notice the humidity when you step out the door. You know, Brandon likes to call it air you can wear, and that's pretty appropriate today. The high of 85 degrees, it's going to feel more like 90, so it's going to be a scorcher out there, and we'll have a mixture of clouds and sun once the fog goes away, and there's only the very slightest chance for a pop-up shower late in the afternoon. Most of us won't see one of those. But again, your travel trouble as you head out the door this morning is the fog. Look at this on the I-69 corridors. Zero visibility, Lapeer and Port Huron. Only a quarter mile over in Pontiac. And then you see other areas. It's not as bad. Mount Clemens at 6 miles. Ann Arbor's at 2.5. But Howell is down to about 3/4 of a mile. So the fog is an issue in some places. But again, it won't be a persistent problem through the day. Temperature-wise, if you're heading out the door right now, the southern part of the area already in the upper 60s to near 70. The northern part of the area, we're in the mid to upper 60s. So it's a muggy start to the day, and it's going to be a humid one through tomorrow. But tomorrow's big problem is the severe threat. I'll be back to detail that coming up in about 10 minutes. But right now, let's check in with Kim. You got trouble out there?
No trouble, actually. We are looking great. If we take a look at our maps here, you can see that we're all clear. But yes, the fog is something that we're going to want to warn you about today. So if you're headed out the door right now, remember to leave plenty of space between you and the vehicle in front of you. Now let's talk about some construction a little bit later that could slow you down over on 8 Mile, the westbound lanes of 8 Mile from I-75 to Woodward. One lane blocked there until 5 p.m. So just keep that in mind while traveling on 8 Mile today. Also, those of you headed out the door today towards I-94, stick around. We've got a construction project we want to tell you about coming up at 5:44. Over to you.
All righty, Kim, we'll check back in with you then. It is 5:31 now, and military brass from Washington are in town this morning for a visit to the Selfridge Air National Guard Base.
Yes, the base is in the running for these F-35 jets. Would be a huge game changer for Selfridge and Macomb County for that matter. Local 4's Nick Monticelli joins us now live in Harrison Township, where they are all hoping to put their best foot forward and be very impressive, Nick, in terms of their presentation to the military.
They've got big plans, Rhonda. Good morning to you. I'm live here on the base. In fact, you can see the checkpoint right behind me. Not a whole lot of activity going on right now, but there will be a lot of people coming in here very, very shortly. In fact, let's put some information on your screen. They have 40 different officials from the United States Air Force coming here to Selfridge. They're going to survey Selfridge as a potential home for these F-35 jets. Now, Selfridge is one of 5 finalists across the country, so we've got a pretty good chance as it is, especially considering that of the 5, they're going to choose 2 bases to house these F-35s at. Now, the F-35 here at Selfridge would replace the A-10s they currently have, so it's going to be the same size fleet on the base. In fact, I talked to one of the commanding officers, in fact, the commanding officer yesterday. He said Selfridge is absolutely perfect for all this. They have the infrastructure, they have the capacity, they have the airspace. In fact, they wouldn't have to do too much at all.
Very little needs to change to accommodate the F-35, and that's one of our great strengths. Because we have the facilities, we have the people, we're going to have to do some training for our people will probably be the biggest part.
So if you've been following headlines, you know that Selfridge has had issues in the past about whether or not they're going to close this base. If they get the F-35s here, they said Selfridge is locked in. They're cemented in for at least the next several decades. We're live here in Harrison Township. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
What an enormous opportunity.
I know, that's a long time. Nick, in terms of this decision, do we know when they're going to make it?
Yes, so the folks from Washington, D.C. are going to be here today. They're going to take their findings back to their bosses, back to D.C., and sometime in late August or early fall, early September, they will make a decision.
Well, we'll be anxiously awaiting that decision. Nick Monticelli reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Nick.
Time now is 5:34, and a dog attack in this Roseville neighborhood ends with a pit bull shot and killed. Police say a 52-year-old man killed the dog because it was attacking his Mastiff dog. The Macomb County prosecutor will determine if any charges will be filed.
Now to some troubling surveillance video that captures the moment. A thief destroys what he thought was a collection box full of money at a Redford Township church. Take a look at this. And there you see him smashing it. This robbery happened Saturday at Abundant Life Christian Center. And inside of that damaged box was not any money, but it was prayer requests, personal requests to God.
My first thought was, wow, how would you in your right mind break into the house of God?
It's a very good question. The church says that they are building a new prayer box, and in the 9 years that the church has been there, they've had break-ins and attempted vandalism and break-ins before, but nothing like this.
Put it on the ground! I'm not telling you. Put it on the ground now! Put it on the ground or you're dead! Listen, I'm gonna shoot you!
Very intense situation. You may remember the 2 men who made national headlines for storming in to the Dearborn Police Department armed with guns and tactical gear. Well, they have been convicted. Back in February, Brandon Breland and James Baker recorded as they walked into that lobby of the police department there in Dearborn for what they called an open carry protest. Both were charged and convicted of carrying a concealed weapon, resisting arrest, and disturbing the peace. They'll be sentenced next month.
Well, it took more than 8 years to build, and now the Navy is showing off its latest investment. Take a look at this. It's the newest carrier. It cost nearly $13 billion. It's the USS Gerald R. Ford, named after our 38th president. The new super carrier is nuclear powered and features a larger flight deck. Navy officials say that the Ford is expected to be operational in the year 2020.
You're ready? I'm out. Oh my God. Out. Exit. Out now. Oh my God. No.
Now to some shocking video of a confrontation involving an Airbnb and the people who stay there. In the carport at 6, the story behind this video, plus this.
He's never asked why me. He's never been bitter. There have been good days and bad days, but his outlook has been tremendous.
An active duty U.S. soldier is behind bars this morning, charged with supporting terrorism. FBI agents made the announcement in Hawaii. 34-year-old Sergeant Akaika Kang, an air traffic control operator assigned to Pacific Command, appeared in court for the first time on Monday. Kang is accused of swearing allegiance to ISIS, attempting to provide military documents to ISIS, and attempting to provide training to the group. The FBI says that Kang was acting alone, and Kang will be back in court on July 24th. Time now to get to some stories that you might have missed, like this one. First, don't feel like leaving the house to get wine or beer? Well, today Meijer will start its home delivery service. First, you need to be a member of the delivery service known as Shipt, S-H-I-P-T. And of course, you need to be 21 years old or older to order alcohol, and you'll be required to provide a valid ID once the beverages are delivered. Right now, Michigan is the only state where alcohol is included in this home delivery service. But that will definitely change the game.
Yeah, it would.
You know what I mean? You're at a party, you're having a party at your home, and you run out. Now you just call up Meijer and they'll deliver.
That's the day and age we're in now.
Absolutely. This next story I'm very excited about, and
Yeah,
I plan to be there. Jay-Z, if you are a big fan of the best rapper alive, Jay-Z, he's hitting the road for a 31-city tour this fall, including a stop here in Detroit.
Yeah, I already put it in my calendar. He is going to be on tour to promote his new blockbuster album, 444, and he's going to be appearing on... We have November 18th. I thought it was the 19th, that Little Caesars Arena. Tickets go on sale this Friday. I'm sure it will sell out very quickly. So ticket information is on the entertainment page of our website at clickondetroit.com, and it is a November 19th concert. It's 18th?
18th. Looking forward to it. And here's the thing.
Good, I'm glad it's on a Saturday because I thought it was on a Sunday, and I'm like, shoot, I'm going to be really tired.
No, but his new album, 444, very good.
Is it?
And then, of course, he's got a lot of songs with Beyonce, which means that she might be there.
She never comes.
No, she does.
Does she really?
Oh, yeah. She shows up and performs with them.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah. So this will be really cool.
All right.
Paul, I know you were a big Hove fan.
Let's just get the whole morning crew out there.
I have to tell you, like, I'm not a big Jay-Z fan. I'm not a big rap fan, but he was on a really good concert.
Yeah.
I've seen him at Ford Field.
I'm more of a Lil Wayne fan, but Jay-Z is really good.
Yeah.
He puts on a show.
Yeah,
that's what people want. You want to be entertained. He puts on a show.
Are you going?
I don't know yet. I don't know, but let's get the whole morning crew out there. It would be fun. It would be fun. We'll give it some thought. I don't even know my work schedule for next month, let alone for November. So we're going to check that out. Hey, check this out. This is remarkable video here. And before we get to weather, I want to share this with you. A scary night in parts of Indiana with reports of tornadoes, funnel clouds, and some of these, as you can see, caught on camera. And there was a lot of rain, too. Several counties under thunderstorm and flash and flood warnings. There were tornado warnings late yesterday. The storms continued overnight into the morning. Many families took cover in basements as the strongest storms moved through the area, and there are a number of reports of damage, including downed power lines. But fortunately, the most important thing of all, no injuries have been reported. And we were in the running for some of that severe weather yesterday, but fortunately, that big cluster of storms that we had yesterday in the middle part of the day, late morning into the afternoon, that suppressed some of the instability to the south, and that kept the stuff to the south from popping up in our area. So we lucked out. We could have had some of that. All right, right now what we have is heat and humidity. Look at this. In the upper 60s in most spots, the air is nearly calm, so if the windows are open, no breeze coming in, and there is fog across parts of the area. In fact, some of you have dense fog this morning, but it'll all burn off by 9, 10 o'clock. It'll be thinning out and burning off, and then we'll be left with partly sunny skies for the balance of the day. And you can see nothing going on here on the satellite radar composite, but you see to the south, here are those storms. Again, all of this was suppressed to the south yesterday evening. Again, we lucked out here. Now, the next troublemaker on our horizon is this right here. There's a little upper level disturbance here. That's going to move eastward, and as it moves eastward into that warm, humid air mass over us, it's going to trigger scattered showers and storms tomorrow morning. But that's not the severe threat. Let me put it in motion for you here on the computer model. So we're fine for most of the day today. The model is trying to spit out an isolated shower or two late this afternoon. Best chance for that is down in Lenawee County, maybe Monroe. We're all at risk, but really, I think most of us are not going to need the umbrella today. We will need the sunglasses later, though. Now, tonight, we're going to be quiet. I don't think we have any problems tonight. Tomorrow morning, we have scattered showers and storms. And again, I don't think this is a severe risk for us. It's tomorrow night. As this front rams into this hot, humid air mass, a line of showers and storms are going to develop, and some of those could be severe. And we're going to have to keep a real close eye on this because look at the timeline. Now, based on this model, this could change, but based on this model, some of these storms could hit after we go to bed tomorrow night. So that's why you need your weather radio because, listen, I could scream as loud as I want here on Local 4, but if you're sleeping, you're not going to hear me. So we just need to keep an eye on that. Now, Thursday, if this front gets south of us, then we don't have to worry too much about severe weather. If it hangs up a little bit to the north, maybe Lenawee, Monroe County might have to watch for a marginal severe risk. But for tomorrow, that's the big bullseye. Tomorrow night is the big bullseye. We're in the slight risk area. In fact, as I looked at the entire nation, we are basically the nation's bullseye in terms of a risk for severe weather. And again, that's tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. 85 the high today, but with the humidity, it's going to feel like 90. So get ready for a hot, humid, steamy day, partly sunny skies, only the slight chance for a shower. So we already talked about tomorrow. There's a scattered storm chance in the morning, the more organized activity tomorrow night. Thursday, a few showers and storms, especially south. Those will be ending. And then I think Friday should be dry. There's only a slight shower chance, but Friday should be dry. And then now I've taken the shower out of the weekend because the cold front coming in this weekend is now progged to be weaker than expected. So we conceivably, Kim, could be mainly dry from this Saturday all the way through the end of next week. And by the way, next week we're going to be hitting 90 on a bunch of days. So get ready for a bit of a heat wave coming too.
Wow. Well, that weekend forecast looks beautiful. Thanks for taking that rain out, Paul. All right. Well, let's take a look now at what we're dealing with. We've got green on our maps, but some of you who head out the door, you're going to see white because it is very soupy out there. So just be careful. There is fog. Give yourself a little bit of extra time. Now let's zoom in to the east side of our viewing area over in Chesterfield. There is going to be some construction there. This is eastbound 21 mile right at I-94 here. Expect one lane block between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. This will be happening daily until Friday. Also, we've got some construction over on westbound I-94 right at Jackson Avenue, one lane block there, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. today and tomorrow. Also on westbound I-94 from 8 Mile to Wyoming, one lane blocked, 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. And stick around because if you're headed out the door right now towards I-94, we'll take a look at that commute coming up at 5:54. Back to you.
Sean English, just 16 years old, horribly injured as he raced to help others. It would devastate most people, but not for Sean, whose guts and determination is inspiring everyone around him. Many of you probably remember this horrible story. It was back in April when Sean and his parents watched a car full of teenagers flip their car along I-96. They all rushed to help these teens, but Sean was hit and he ended up losing part of his right leg. And now a local organization is helping Sean with his new beginning. And Local 4 was invited along with this emotional journey from Detroit to Shriners Hospital in Chicago.
This is going to be a great day.
Yeah, I just wanted, there's going to be a lot of thank yous down the road, but I just wanted to say thank you for
you're welcome.
everything.
Ready? Is everybody seated back there?
Well, today we're going down to Chicago to go visit Shriners. This is a non-profit organization that adopted me and will be covering all my prosthetics for the rest of my life.
It's a group of men who believe in doing the right things for others, and our biggest thing is our philanthropy is our children. Anything they need, we take care of that. Those needs, children are important to us, and families that can't afford it, we take care of that.
Today, it's basically just a meet and greet, maybe some measurements. It's not that fun walking in like an old man's walker, so I really would like to get up on my feet, literally. And I mean, I'm smiling just thinking about it right now.
We were driving, it was a Sunday morning, we're on our way to church. There was a vehicle that lost control in front of us, flipped on its side, and both my wife and I got out to render aid. Asked Sean, who was sitting in the back seat, to contact 911. And he was in the process of calling 911. My wife and I got out. We got to the vehicle that had flipped, and we're in the process of getting the children out of the vehicle when the final vehicle entered the accident scene. My wife and I didn't realize that Sean had been hit until we actually got up, turned around, looked, and we could see him laying by our vehicle. It looked like he had gotten trapped between the last vehicle that entered the accident zone and our vehicle, and he was laying on the pavement.
I remember seeing the accident itself in front of me happen. I don't remember too much.
And throughout this entire path, he's never asked why me. He's never been bitter. There have been good days and bad days, but his outlook has been tremendous.
Right now we're in the recovery process. I got Nurse English over here doing the wounds every day. So you really take it for granted, but it's not going to be easy. Like I don't remember how to walk. So it's gonna be hard. You can't rush a prosthetic. It's something that really needs to come slowly and make sure everything's okay.
Thank you. How you doing?
Good.
Good? I'm Sean.
Kari? Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Mrs. English.
No. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. I've always thought through this whole experience that there's always someone doing worse than you.
Stay strong, boy. You'll be back. You'll be back up before you know it.
It's really hard, depending on what you're going through. It's really hard, but you can't get help unless you accept it.
People forget he's 16 years old. He's, you know, an exceptional young man. Sorry.
Talk about a brave and strong, courageous young man.
Yeah, he is an exceptional young man, not just him, but his entire family, because they all stopped to help those teens. Right. And we should mention we are still remembering, and even Sean and his family talk about, you know, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
He's still here, while Dr. Cynthia Ray from Henry Ford Hospital, she also tried to help those teens. She was on the road that day as well and passed away from her injuries. So we are continuing to think of her while we're definitely rooting for Sean and his recovery.
Absolutely. And the good news is he'll be getting his prosthetic next month.
Yes, he will. And the story doesn't end here. Part 2 of our special report airs tonight at 11. Here's a preview.
To see that smile on his face.
Sean's mom and dad embracing when something special happened to their son in Chicago. There wasn't a dry eye in the place, including the Shriners themselves.
His mom said that it was the biggest smile that she's seen on her son Sean in months. Again, we're going to share more on this exclusive story tonight at 11, so you don't want to miss that.
Absolutely.
It's one inspiring child.
Yep.
5:52 is your time, and new this morning, getting paid to go away. A so-called separation agreement with a controversial cop is sparking more hard feelings.
We'll have details on that. And not that you need it, but there's a new reason to drink more coffee. So go ahead and grab another cup this morning. It's a good reason. We'll be back in a minute.
I'm going to be on live. All right, no rain problems as you head out the door this morning. We do have some fog in the area, dense in some spots, but it's kind of spotty. And we'll have a high temperature today of 85 degrees, the humidity making it feel like 90. You probably don't need the umbrella. There's only the slightest chance for an isolated shower late in the day, but a severe risk tomorrow. We'll talk more about that coming up. Kim?
All right, well, I want to talk about dense fog. You're looking at it right now. Very soupy out there. This is over in St. Clair. Be really careful in this. I-94 right at Fredmore Highway. Very foggy. Slow down. Give plenty of space between you and the vehicle ahead of you. But
Alrighty, accident-free. Thank you, Kim. It is 5:56, and the officer cleared in the deadly shooting of Philando Castile has signed a separation agreement with the city of St. Anthony, Minnesota. And as part of the agreement, Geronimo Yanez will receive more than $48,000 after agreeing to leave the department. Also included, Yanez will be paid for up to 600 hours of personal leave. Yanez's official date of separation was back on June 30th. All right, turning to good health now. 3 cups of coffee a day might keep the doctor away.
3 cups. 2 major studies, one led by British researchers and one from the United States, found that consuming up to 3 cups per day reduces the risk of an early death. The study found links between coffee and reduced risk of liver disease, circulatory problems, and diseases linked to digestive tract. Scientists believe that the antioxidant plant compounds in coffee are responsible for the benefits and not the caffeine. So you can't substitute with tea or something else. You need coffee.
I drink a lot of coffee, not 3 cups a day. Your teeth are going to suffer from that, you know?
But how big are the cups of coffee you drink?
Just those regular.
Actual cups, okay. Because some people drink like the giant mugs.
That's a lot. It is 5:58, everybody. Coming up all new in our 6 o'clock hour. Local stories for you from Dearborn Heights, Novi, and Westland.
Plus, department stores finally slashing prices on something that we rarely see discounts on. Where you can find the deals coming up.
And speaking of deals, Amazon Prime Day is in full force. And there's some items for sale that might really surprise you. So we'll break that all down and a whole lot more when we come right back. 1 minute.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6 starts now.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm Rhonda Walker.
And I'm broadcasting. We've got a lot of news to get to, including weather and traffic. Let's start with the big stories that we're following for you this morning. Charged with assaulting patients, disgraced Michigan State doctor set to change his plea. The charges that he's expected to fess up to. That's coming up.
Plus, what went wrong? 16 people are dead after a Marine plane crashes in Mississippi.
I'm out. Oh my God. Out. Exit. Out now. Oh my God.
And an Airbnb host turns violent. We'll tell you what led up to this shocking confrontation.
But first, we want to get you out of the door this morning. Kim following traffic, but of course we have Paul Gross in for Brandon with a look at our forecast. And it was rainy this time yesterday morning.
Yeah, and that was causing problems on the roads. But today we don't have rain to deal with, but we do have some fog to deal with. So it's actually dense fog in some spots. I'll show you the visibilities in a second. But right now we're in the mid to upper 60s, and by noon already pushing 80 degrees, 85 for the high. But the humidity is going to make it feel closer to 90. So this is going to be a hot, sweaty, steamy day. Very little rain chance today. There's just a small chance for an isolated shower. I think you need more sunglasses than you will an umbrella today, but you might want to have both just in case. And the visibilities are just updating right now. A lot of spots here. Lapeer, Pontiac, Port Huron, down to around quarter mile. Same thing at Monroe. Some of the other spots are still around a mile and a half to 6 miles over at City Airport. So it kind of varies depending upon where you are across the area. But the bottom line is the fog will thin out by mid-morning, and we're not going to have any other real big weather problems the rest of the day. So overall, it's going to be a reasonably quiet day, but then we have a severe risk tomorrow, and the timing is going to actually trouble you a bit. So we'll have more on that coming up in about 10 minutes.
Oh, sounds like commute timing.
No, it's not the commute, actually. It's something else.
Oh, wow. How about that for a tease?
But speaking of commute this morning, I noticed a lot of fog out there.
Fog is something that we are dealing with this morning. Let's take a look at our maps right now. You can see, though, we've got green on our map, so things are looking pretty good out there. But let's take a look at one of our MDOT cameras. This is a look at M59 right at Opdyke Road. So if you are traveling through Pontiac, this area actually was really foggy earlier, but things looking better in that area. But again, if you do run into a foggy area, slow down, give yourself plenty of room between you and the vehicle ahead of you. And stick around because we do want to let you know about some construction over on US 23. I'll tell you about that project coming up at 6:14. Back to you.
Kim will be checking back in with you at a 6:02, and he's facing a lot of allegations and charges.
Yes, we're talking about former U.S. gymnastics doctor and Michigan State University Dr. Larry Nassar. He has been accused by more than 100 women of sexual assault, and today he is expected to take a plea deal on unrelated charges to those. Let's get to Nick Monticelli. He joins us now live to explain what's happening today. Nick, good morning.
Rhonda, good morning to you. It seems like this case never ends. There's always some kind of twist and turn. You see Dr. Nassar here. Every time we see him in court, something new is happening. There is some new allegation, some new victim that is coming forward. But today's hearing is in federal court all the way in Grand Rapids. He is expected to plead guilty to 3 counts of child porn possession. In fact, I want to kind of bullet point exactly what is going on with just this case. Federal agents say that they found 37,000 images of child porn. I didn't misspeak. 37,000 images of child porn on his computer. Now, he is facing 20 years for each charge of this. Now, he apparently or allegedly threw away hard drives and also paid $49 to a company to have them entirely wipe his laptop hard drive before he turned it back into Michigan State. Now, as Rhonda mentioned, more than 100 women have claimed molestation by Nassar, and he also has 3 trials still ongoing or still yet to happen for these sexual assault cases involving young gymnasts. These cases, far from over, but the federal case could end today. Sentencing would have to happen afterwards, but there are so many moving parts to this. Basically, it's tough to keep track of. We're live this morning. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
Yeah, it certainly is, with the number of women, the number of allegations. Nick, talk us through what's next in this process.
Well, so sentencing will happen for the federal case, and then the other trials are going to happen. We've got one that was slated for August. That was the federal trial, so that probably is going to go away. Then in October, we've got one trial, or maybe the rest of them, scheduled for the local cases. That would be the allegations of molestation. So again, we're not sure what the timeline is going to look like, but as of right now, those cases are slated for October.
All right. We'll definitely be following this one.
In the meantime, it is 6:04, and we are continuing to monitor a tragic situation that is unfolding in Mississippi in the Delta region. That is where a Marine Corps plane crashed, leaving 16 people dead. It happened on Monday. A Marine Corps refueling plane went down in a soybean field and then burst into flames. Witnesses say that they heard a boom and then saw the plane in a corkscrewing type of position heading right down into the ground. 12 bodies have been recovered so far. The search continues today for more of those wounded, more of those killed. Officials have not released information on what caused the crash.
A community gathers at Star International Academy to honor a fellow student who drowned over the weekend. 15-year-old Muhammad Watwat fell into the water in Cass Lake Saturday night. His body was recovered the next morning. Tonight, friends and family, last night I should say, friends and family gathered on the Star International Academy football field to remember Muhammad and what he meant to them.
He was very special, very caring, a great student with good character.
He's the last person to look down on his teammates or look down on anybody who's trying to get better, because that was what he was about. And this field will be a remembrance of him and what he meant to us.
And he'll certainly be missed. Look at the number of people that turned out. Muhammad's family has started a GoFundMe page for his funeral expenses. We've put all the information that you need to know on our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com if you'd like to help. New overnight from Novi now, nearly 40 kilograms of heroin are seized from a condo. The DEA and Oakland County Narcotics team entered the condo near Novi Road and 13 Mile and Meadowbrooks Road. The agents found 8 brick-shaped objects in plain view, which were believed to be 11 kilos of heroin. Investigators found more as they searched that condo. 3 men have been arrested and charged with possession of heroin with intent to distribute.
Reports show that Donald Trump Jr. received an email with possible damaging information about Hillary Clinton. It was part of a Russian government effort to help his father's campaign. This all is said to have taken place prior to Trump Jr.'s meeting with a Russian lawyer prior to last year's election. The New York Times says that the email was sent by publicist Rob Goldstone and may be of interest to investigators looking into possible collusion with Russia.
It is 6:07, everyone, and there is a unique event that's happening today where you can win free food for a year.
Oh,
sounds good, right?
It's a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Some food you would enjoy eating all year. Let's get over to Jason. He's arrived in the carport. Good morning.
He took the internet by storm, and now this lawn mowing dad has taken on a new level of fame. Plus, other stories after this.
Imagine.
Welcome back, everybody. Happening today is the annual event, Getting Down and Dirty in Wayne County for the 30th annual Mud Day.
And it's going to be happening from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. at Nankin Mills Park in Westland. This is a free event. It's for kids ages 12 and under, and it is open to the public. The Western Wayne Hazmat team will be on site to rinse children off after they get all dirty at the end of this event. We're back in a minute.
For one.
Welcome back, everybody. They're calling it Christmas in July right now. Better than Black Friday. It's Amazon Prime Day, and it has garnered quite the reputation.
And Jason, my assignment today is to make sure that I find something on there to buy, because there's definitely something for everyone.
You can save some serious cash. The Amazon Echo, for instance, is 50% off.
Wow.
Also save $30 on a Kindle. But there are ones that caught our eye that were a little bit unusual. This kitty turntable.
Well, okay.
Are you kidding me? It's a turntable for cats?
Wiki wiki, meow. Or how about 50 rubber ducks for a little over $20?
Okay.
And for those who don't want to grill, there's this hot dog toaster on sale.
Wow. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Me either.
Can't forget.
That's kind of cool, actually.
And you can't forget the Turkey Perky Jerky Bold and Tender, 30% off.
I have a lot of questions about this one.
And our favorite deal is this adult bib, which now only costs about $9.50. Look at this guy.
It shouldn't cost anything more than $9.50. $9.50 sounds like too much.
I know,
for a bib.
but dentist offices all across America are going to be buying that thing up. Looks like one of those X-ray vests, doesn't
Actually,
it?
It really does.
It looks like Joe Lieberman is wearing Grandma Carr's smock for the kitchen. A dad in Canada quickly went viral after this photo of him was taken mowing the lawn with a tornado bearing down in the background. Well, apparently his hometown wanted to embrace this fame, so it featured him in their local parade. Someone watching the parade tweeted the photo. The caption, "So the lawnmower guy lives in my town and he was in the parade today. I cannot stop laughing." You see the lawn mowing dad on the float.
Oh my goodness.
He's got the tornado behind him.
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious.
So there you have it.
And he claimed that he didn't know the storm was back there. His wife took the picture from inside, right?
Sure, yeah, right.
I don't know if I
Before
believe
yelling
that.
for him to get his butt inside.
When you're outside and there's a storm coming, you can feel a storm coming, let alone a
It looked like
looming
a
tornado.
nice day, though. It really did.
Minus the gray clouds and the twister.
Yeah. He's in the zone. Anyway,
Thank you,
now he's all
Jason.
famous in the parade.
I'm
Good
sure
for
the
him.
lawn looks nice, too.
Yeah, we never did check back about that lawn.
Right.
Speaking of lawns, they got a little watering yesterday, Paul.
Yeah, we did. And, oh, and by the way, later, the guy did say, yeah, he knew about the tornado, but it was so far away, he just said it wasn't even a threat. Well,
do you believe
They
that?
don't look
Because you're
that
a
far
meteorologist.
away.
I don't
That
know. I mean,
picture.
as a meteorologist, you see a tornado, you don't mow the lawn. But that's
So that
just,
picture makes you cringe.
yeah, it does make me cringe. But that's just me. I mean, that's just me. But,
Well,
you know.
Today's pretty good, but you were saying tomorrow we have some storm threats.
Yeah, and the timing is what's troubling because it's, you know, people were initially thinking, well, we're going to affect the rush hours. I don't think it's so much the rush hours. I think the fact is some of these storms could hit while we're asleep tomorrow night, and that's what scares a lot of people. So, you know, so we'll just have to we'll break that down for you in a second. We'll have that for you in a minute. But let's just take care of the here and the now. If you're heading out the door right now, the wind is very light. Temperatures well up into the 60s. It is warm, muggy, steamy out there. And the only real travel trouble today from a weather standpoint is not rain, or at least it's fog right now. Some areas have near zero visibility, but other areas it's not a problem. So kind of hit and miss, but just be careful. You might just suddenly run into an area where the visibility is significantly reduced. So the storms that missed us yesterday evening flared up just south of the state line. Those are well to our south. Our next rain trouble is this right here. There's an upper level disturbance here moving eastward into this warm, humid air mass. So that's going to trigger some scattered storms tomorrow morning, but not so much today. Today, we're pretty much dry. Once the fog thins out and burns off, we're going to see kind of a partly sunny sky develop today. So you'll need some sunglasses, but slight chance you might need an umbrella. There's only a small risk for a late afternoon pop-up shower. So here we are on the model. The model tries to show that pop-up shower. Again, very widely scattered, most of us not getting one. And then tomorrow morning's rush hour, probably mostly fine, but we do have some scattered showers and storms moving in toward the latter part of the rush hour. So that's something we may have to watch out for. The afternoon hopefully stays dry, but the trouble is tomorrow night. Look at the timeline. Now, this could change. Again, we're talking about a model here, and we're talking about 36 hours in advance, but this is indicating that these severe storms could be here after some of us go to bed. That's why we tell you to get that weather radio, because you're not watching Local 4 when you're sleeping. You're sleeping, and you need that radio to sound that alarm and wake you up if something is happening. All right, here's a slight risk area. We are the nation's bullseye, actually, in terms of a severe weather risk tomorrow night. So 85 the high today, and the humidity is going to make it feel like 90. So think 90s. That's really how it's going to feel today. So tomorrow, we already talked about with the tomorrow night severe storm risk. Small chance for showers and storms, especially south on Thursday. And then Friday, Kim, could start a stretch of dry, hot weather all the way through the end of next week. We'll keep tabs on that. We'll be in the 90s by next week. All right, here's your weather window here as we get you going here on Tuesday morning. And look at that. There you see some of that fog there. It's real thick in spots. I know you've been seeing it on your traffic cameras too, Kim.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, remember that study that was done about Detroit having some of the safest drivers? Well, it's in effect right now because we do have that fog out there, but look, we have green on our maps, meaning everyone's driving real safe, accident-free out there. So let's talk about construction that could slow you down. Over on US 23, the southbound lanes between North Territorial Road all the way to M14, expect 15-minute closures between those two roads starting at 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. So again, this will only affect you if you do travel during the overnight hours, but again, if that does affect you, you can use Whitmore Lake Road instead. We also have some construction to talk about over on westbound I-696 from DeQuinder to Evergreen. Only one lane open there for a nightly project starting at 7 o'clock tonight, wrapping up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. This will continue through the week. Also on westbound I-696, the ramp to Southfield Road will be closed this evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And stick around because you're headed out the door pretty soon towards I-96. We're going to take a look at that commute coming up at 6:24. Back to you.
Thank you, Kim. It is 6:17 now. Let's get into today's consumer headlines. We've got a good one. Chick-fil-A is giving away free food for a year to one lucky customer today. You can get free food if you stop by today as well. Details on that, plus deals that you rarely see at department stores now being offered to lure customers. But first, we're talking Takata, the airbags now being blamed for yet another death. Maribel Aber joining us live now at NASDAQ. Let's start there. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Well, 12th fatality from faulty Takata airbags has been reported. The incident occurred in June in Florida when a man was performing repairs inside a 2001 Honda Accord while the ignition was on. Well, Honda said the airbag inflator exploded, injuring the man. He died the next day. Honda says a dozen recall notices were mailed to the registered owners of the vehicle over a more than 6-year span, but the recall repair was never done. Department stores are starting to discount cosmetics in a bid to pull shoppers in. Bloomingdale's, Macy's, and Lord & Taylor have all recently discounted beauty products. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. And these moves come as department stores try to lure customers away from cosmetics retailers like Sephora, as well as online retailers. But analysts say it's risky as shoppers will need even bigger discounts to keep coming back. All right, break out the cow costumes. It's Cow Appreciation Day at Chick-fil-A. The chain says any adult customer wearing cow attire can get an entree for free. You can either go all out with a head-to-hoof cow costume or even just a cow-spotted accessory. Kids sporting cow spots get a free kids meal. And head over to the Somerset Collection in Troy this afternoon for a parachute cow drop to mark the day. One lucky person will win a free year of Chick-fil-A. That event takes place at 3 p.m. Everett, got to go look for some cow spots now. It's a little too hot for head-to-hoof, but you know, I got some spots. Some.
It's going to be a fun event and free Chick-fil-A for a year. I don't think you can really go wrong with that.
Right?
Well, thank you.
I remember there was kind of a fashion trend, maybe like the late 90s.
I was going to say late 90s for sure.
I had some cow print. I had the shoes, the I mean,
What'd you do with it?
It's gone. I gave it away.
Oh,
but it was definitely a moment in my fashion history, as probably many other women out there remember.
Some people are busting it out today, and they get free Chick-fil-A today.
I should have kept it, yeah.
Right? It's worth something. Today is also another fun day. If you haven't noticed, it's July 11th, which means it's 7-11, and you know what that means? Free Slurpees for everybody.
Yeah, to celebrate its 90th birthday for 7-Eleven, it is inviting all the customers to come and join a free Slurpee on them. It's the Free Slurpee Party, a yearly tradition dating all the way back to 2002. From 11 o'clock this morning until 7 o'clock this evening, customers will be able to get one of these free small size Slurpees. So not the big one, but a small Slurpee in any flavor you like while supplies last.
I think that's the only size that you really need. It's estimated that the retailer will give away 9 million free Slurpees.
No, you kind of need a tall one.
You think so?
Yeah. Blue raspberry, that's one of my favorites.
I want the Faygo flavored one.
I like mixing them.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they are good.
All right, time now 6:20, everybody, and all stand for the judge. Coming up, the incredible performance from a Major League Baseball rookie.
Oh, he had
a clever way to write that.
Yeah, he had a good night last night. But first, dangerously close to some wicked weather. Take a look at this video. We'll have more of it for you coming up.
And before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for the day. This is Ashley White. She's from Ypsilanti and enjoys bike riding, reading, cooking, baking, decorating, and party planning.
Wow. Woo. She needs to be my friend. We can do some things together. We do want to send you a gift card to Tormina's Pizza for being our friend of the day, Ashley. So congratulations to you. And for everybody else, don't forget to like the Local 4 Facebook page and follow the link on the Friend of the Day tab. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. It's 6:24. We are following breaking news right now from Detroit's west side. That's where we've learned a man has been shot and killed inside of a car. This is a live look at the scene there, right on Tireman near the Southfield Freeway. There you see a black vehicle with a white sheet draped over the driver's side door. Sources say officers heard shots and later found the man dead in the BMW. We do have calls into police right now. We're waiting for them to call us back with more information, but we will keep you updated in the next 10 minutes. Paul, over to you.
And we're going to turn it over to some dramatic video out of North Carolina. Check this out. This is a water spout. Now, some people confuse those with tornadoes, but water spouts are a different kind of mechanism. And there was a cluster of severe storms over the water, and you'll see them right here. Look at this. So, again, a water spout's different than a tornado. A tornado is generally a much more violent type of rotating funnel there that comes from a supercell over land. This is a different kind of a thing. It's just really more of a wind shear type of thing. You get some rotation there, but now look at that. The photographer was at the beach with her children when the water spout just formed right in front of her, and the area was under tornado and severe weather warnings, but in this case, like I say, this was a water spout, not a tornado that moved over the water. But water spouts still can touch down and cause damage to property and to boats and things, so you do have to take them seriously. All right, just a quick look at what's going on for today. Nothing violent in our forecast. We have some fog to start the day, dense in some spots, rising up to a high of 85 degrees. The humidity, though, is going to make it feel like 90. Only the very slightest chance for a pop-up shower by the end of the afternoon. But our weather trouble comes in tomorrow with another severe threat. We'll talk more about that coming up in our next half hour. Kim?
All right, Paul, sounds like a beautiful summer day ahead. And take a look right now. This is what we're dealing with this morning. I-96 right at Southfield Freeway. Still pretty light traffic volumes out there. We've got dry roads to start off the day, and we are still accident-free out there.
All righty, good stuff, Kim. Thank you. It is 6:26 now. Let's talk sports as we begin with last night's MLB Home Run Derby down in Miami.
Yeah, a lot of action. It was fun to watch. It all came down to Yankees, Aaron Judge, and the Minnesota Twins, Miguel Sano. Judge came out on top with a great performance. He was the only slugger to hit a homer over 500 feet last night. The Yankees have now won 4 home run derbies, so they have this thing all figured out. Tonight, it is Major League Baseball's All-Star game down in Miami. The first pitch is set for 8 p.m.
Big congrats to him. All right, so coming up next at 6:30, local stories for you from Roseville, Redford, and Dearborn.
Plus, did Amazon's Alexa call 911? That's the debate that's happening in New Mexico right now because police are saying that it's likely that Alexa saved a woman's life.
But first, firefighters encounter a bizarre fire. We'll tell you what's happening here. It's today's top video coming up next.
Navigate your
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time for today's top video. Take a look at this sulfur fire and the flames that are erupting from it. This is video from Northern Wyoming's local volunteer fire department showing last week's fire at a recycling center.
Burning sulfur creates a hazardous gas called sulfur dioxide, which has a very strong smell. Hazmat crews were able to contain and extinguish the blaze, but
wow,
fascinating to look at.
Looks like they're going all the way up to the sky there. We're back in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. A local church targeted by a destructive thief, and now the church is pleading for help. And a major push to be the home of a major military arsenal, Selfridge Air Force Base is putting its hat in the ring.
And take a look at this morning as the sun is rising in the eastern sky. A much quieter, more beautiful day on tap for us today in the weather department. Paul Gross is still in for Brandon this morning.
Yeah, we like the look of that sky rise.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News Today at 6:30 starts now.
We love the look of that beautiful sunrise right over Belle Isle.
We do. It's a different look than it was this time yesterday morning, Paul.
Absolutely. We were looking at storms yesterday morning, and right now we had that beautiful sunrise. You could see a little fog in there, and that's going to be prevalent for the first part of the morning. We have some fog in the area, dense in some spots. I'll show you the visibilities in a minute. The other thing to factor in is the humidity today. Now take a look. We're going to have a high temperature of 85 degrees, but when you factor in that humidity, it's going to be more like 90. So I want you to think 90 because that's what it's going to feel like today. Now, the other thing, again, is the chance for a pop-up shower. I think most of us are going to have a dry day, but there's a small chance. By the end of the afternoon, we could see just a couple of pop-up showers. Best chance is right near the state line. But look at these visibilities here. Mount Clemens right now, big goose egg. There's zero visibility there. So there are pockets of dense fog. We're at a quarter of a mile here in Port Huron. Ann Arbor's at 3/4 of a mile. So you can see it's kind of splotchy in terms of you run into some dense fog, and you run out of it, and there's almost nothing. So just be careful when you head out. This is your only trouble this morning, but the trouble tomorrow comes in the form of severe storms, a better chance for that than what we were looking at yesterday. I will tell you more about that coming up in 10 minutes, but don't forget, you can always get your 4-zone forecast. Just go to clickondetroit.com, find the weather tab there where it says 4-zone weather, and you click on that and you get the temperatures for all 4 zones across the area. I'll be back with that storm timeline in just a bit. Kim?
All right, thank you, Paul. Well, let's take a look at the wide view of all of our viewing area here to see what we're dealing with this morning. As you can see, we've got green on our maps, lots of smart driving out there. The only thing we're really dealing with right now is some fog in some areas, so if you do run into that, just be careful. All right, now let's talk about some construction over on the westbound service drive of I-696. Right at eastbound 11 Mile, only one lane open. This is a project taking place between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. for the rest of the week, so keep that in mind until Friday. Also on the westbound service drive of I-696 from I-94 to Mound, only one lane open there. Hopefully this won't slow you down too much though, because it starts tonight at 7 p.m., wraps up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. This will continue through the week as well. And if you're headed out the door soon towards I-94, stick around. We've got some construction to talk about. I'll tell you about it coming up at 6:44. Back to you.
All right, Kim, we'll see you then. In the meantime, if you are just waking up with us, we are following breaking news from Detroit's west side. That is where a man has been shot and killed while sitting inside of his BMW on the side of a road here. You are looking live at the scene. It's a neighborhood at Tireman near the Southfield Freeway. Our sources are telling us that an officer in the area actually heard the gunshots and later found the victim. Investigators are talking to possible witnesses now. It's unclear if any arrests have been made. We're also following other stories from across the metro area.
They come to us from Roseville, Dearborn, but we do start in Redford, and that is where surveillance video captures the moment a thief destroys what he thought was a collection box full of money at a Redford Township church. Take a look at your screen. This robbery happened Saturday at Abundant Life Christian Center. Inside of that damaged box wasn't any money, but instead people's prayer requests, their most personal requests to God.
My first thought was, wow, you know, how would you, in your right mind, break into the house of God?
It's a very good question. The church officials saying that they're building a new prayer box for their parishioners. In the 9 years that church has been there, they've had several attempted break-ins and vandalism, but nothing like this.
A dog attack in a Roseville neighborhood ends with a pit bull being shot and killed. Police say that a 52-year-old man killed that dog because it was attacking his dog. The Macomb County prosecutor will determine if any charges will be filed.
Put it on the ground! I'm not telling you. Put it on the ground now! Put it on the ground or you're dead! Listen, I will shoot you.
Well, the two men who made national headlines for storming into the Dearborn Police Department armed with guns and tactical gear have been convicted. This was back in February that Brandon Vreeland and James Baker were rolling. They were recording as they walked into the lobby for what they called an open carry protest. Well, both were charged and convicted of carrying a concealed weapon, resisting arrest, and disturbing the peace. They'll be sentenced next month. It is 6:34, everyone, on your Tuesday morning, and Harrison Township could soon be home to a major component of the U.S. military.
Yes, they are certainly hoping so. Selfridge Air National Guard Base is pushing for the government to bring this fleet of fighter jets right here to Metro Detroit. Nick Monticelli joins us now live in Harrison Township with this new effort and a very convincing story, Nick, of why it should be here.
Check this out. What's more convincing than this? Bring this jet to Selfridge. Good morning, everybody. The plan is they want this jet for a couple of reasons. A, because it's going to keep the longevity of the base going, but B, because they say they are the best home for it. And what's going to happen today, 40 officials from the United States Air Force will be here on the base to check things out.
The F-35 actually is pretty amazing.
Brigadier General Doug Slocum doesn't even try to hide it. He says the new F-35 fighter jet is about as cool as it gets. But what would be even cooler if the F-35 called Selfridge home? For months, the base and Macomb County has been campaigning, fighting really, to make Selfridge a contender for the new jet. Now it is one of 5 finalists across the country. And today, 40 leaders from the United States Air Force will visit to see if this could be a suitable home.
And it's a pretty big deal. They're going to collect information about our base that they're going to take back to the decision makers.
Right now, Selfridge has the A-10s, but Slocum says the F-35s would replace those. He also says Selfridge is a perfect fit with the right infrastructure, airspace, capacity, and the people.
Very little needs to change on this base to accommodate the F-35, and that's one of our great strengths. We're going to have to do some training for our people, will probably be the biggest part.
As you know, Selfridge has faced the threat of closure before, but if this comes here, closing will be off the table.
We're going to put that to rest probably for the next 30 years if we become the leading edge of the defense of our country and of our state.
So here's how this is going to work. The 40 officials from the U.S. Air Force will be arriving at about 8 or 8:30 this morning. They're going to go on their tour, and then late this morning or early this afternoon, we're going to have another briefing with the commander, with Commander Slocum and some other Macomb County officials to see how things went. Hopefully, they're crossing their fingers that they're pretty impressed by what they see. We are live here at the Selfridge Air National Guard Base. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
Oh, we are certainly hoping so. It would certainly be something great for Selfridge Air National Guard Base. That is, you know, we've always been just fighting for it to stay there. Let's talk about how soon a decision will be made. You mentioned there's 4 other locations in the running.
Yes, in fact, so they're looking at a total of 5 locations. 2 bases will be chosen. They have enough F-35s to put them at 2 different locations, and then come either late August or early September, they'll make the decision on which 2 get them.
Yeah, we'll be waiting to see which one.
Should definitely be one of them.
Yeah. All right, Nick, thank you. It is 6:37, everyone, and from a prime location to some prime eating, ahead of Tasty Tuesday, we're going to introduce you to this restaurant that represents Detroit through and through.
Yeah, it's a good one with great atmosphere, very unique. Also, Jason standing by in the carport. Good morning.
They say presentation's everything. I am hungry after seeing that video.
Oh, yeah.
A stay at an Airbnb ends with a stay in the hospital. Coming up, the story behind this shocking video.
Sky 4